Hello everyone, this is Pretty John P. from the Department of English, Carmel College, Mala. This is the last part of the process of writing. In the previous two classes, we have seen what are the paragraphs to be included while writing an academic essay. The first one is introductory paragraph. The introductory paragraph will identify the topic of purpose, which orient the reader regarding about the topic, and it also includes thesis statement. That is followed by body paragraphs. Uh, Body paragraphs may be three, four, or more than that. It depends upon the length of the assignment. It will provide more detailed information about the topic. It includes examples, statistics, graphs, tables, charts to support ideas, and it will give an analysis by providing the evidence. And body paragraphs are followed by a concluding paragraph. And in this conclusion, it restates the thesis statement, it summarizes the main points, it includes final insights and recommendations. So we see that there are three major processes preceding the submission of an academic assignment. They are pre-writing, writing, and revising. Let's see what is pre-writing. Pre-writing activities are the preliminary steps before starting to write your essay. Understand the question or topic, purpose, and audience, which we have seen in the first class. Use the pre-writing techniques like brainstorming, clustering, or mind mapping to list and organize your ideas. Brainstorming means that's a group activity conducted at the beginning of a project to generate ideas. In business and organizational context, brainstorming is used as a method to generate innovative ideas on an area of interest and sometimes to find leads to address problems, challenges, or conflicts. This brainstorming can be of great use as a pre-writing technique. Before you start writing, it is essential for you to gather ideas and get into the heart of your subject. If your instructor has given you a question, convert the question to a topic. If the topic is given by the instructor, convert the topic into a question. If the instructor has given only a keyword, you are required to frame topic as well as the question. Then later, you have to identify the sources, that is, both primary and secondary sources, and gather relevant materials. Prepare an outline of the essay, decide the logical ordering of ideas or cluster ideas for paragraphs. You have to identify the thesis statement. So these are the things which you have to note while or during the pre-writing. And when you get involved in the writing of an essay, you have to frame the thesis statement and list the main points. Draft the introductory paragraph. Later, that is followed by body paragraphs supporting points of substitution and transition. And lastly, you have to draft the concluding paragraph. After writing the essay, of course, you have to edit and revise your essay. You have to check for the inconsistency. You have to check for the tone. You have to check whether there is taboo words and expressions, if there is any grammatical errors, spelling mistakes, punctuation errors, and whether you have included references in your bibliography or as in-text citations. Then other things to be noted, especially regarding the thesis statement. Thesis statement holds together the different sections in an essay. It is usually introduced in the opening paragraph. A thesis statement allows the reader to know what the essay is about. There are other advantages too because it reveals the standpoint of the writer. It expresses tone. It expresses the purpose of the essay, and a thesis emerges from a thesis statement during the pre-writing stage. And a working thesis is maintained. It is working thesis means it is a rough draft of a thesis statement, and this working thesis can be modified to suit your purpose and audience as you progress preparing your paper. An announcement cannot be treated as a thesis statement, and factual statements do not qualify to become thesis statements. So, an effective thesis statement is ideally 1 to 2 sentences in length. So, in order to maintain academic style, you are expected to avoid highly judgmental, vague, broad, dogmatic, categorical, and overstated statements as your thesis statements. A simple and direct introduction paragraphs invites the attention of the reader. It gives vital background information. It gives the thesis statement and provides outline statements. So, after providing the thesis statement, you have to support your thesis statement with evidences. Evidence means in academic paper, it means the reasons for holding the views expressed in the thesis statement and the supporting details that make the thesis clear and logical. It also includes explanations, details, examples, quotations from sources, opinions from experts, facts, statistics, illustrations, recounting of experiences, and personal observations. So, a bibliography should is a must. A bibliography incorporates the sources, that is both primary as well as secondary sources in your thesis or in your essay. So from this we can understand there are two types of sources, primary sources and secondary sources. Primary source means they are the original or first sources which you refer to in your essay or rather textual evidence. For example, if you are writing an essay on a particular movie, for instance, um, the magical realism in Harry Potter movies. So, Harry Potter movies are treated as the original or first source or the primary source, or it is treated as the text or the textual evidence. And you can have other sources too. They are termed as secondary sources. And secondary sources includes opinions from experts, critical reviews, and other previous writings on this particular topic. For instance, you can have, as I told you before, the example Harry Potter, that is magical realism in Harry Potter movies. So you can have previous you can refer to previous writing based on these particular topic, and that is included as in the secondary source. And while you go for the secondary sources, there are reliable sources as well as unreliable sources. Reliable sources in the sense that you can depend on that, you can rely on that, and that includes scholarly journals of course, both print and online journals, then books published by renowned publishers like Oxford, Cambridge, and the like. Then there are scholarly essays, then interviews published in newspapers and magazines, reports prepared by trustworthy agencies, then reviews published in journals, then there are official websites, especially of educational institutions, then video lectures given by academicians, then the reference works like dissertations and project works from university libraries and thesis databases. Then there are conference proceedings, magazines, articles, then newspaper articles, and the like. And simultaneously, you can find unreliable sources. Unreliable source in the sense you can't fully depend on that. That includes commercial websites, social media, personal websites, blogs, tweets, then self-published books, editable source of information on internet like Wikipedia, where you can edit the and their information. Then there are amateur videos, opinion articles, for instance, editorials in newspapers. So these are unreliable sources, unlike the reliable sources like the scholarly journals in print and online. So let me conclude this class with again with the three parts of an essay, which includes the introductory paragraph, which gives the thesis statement, then followed by body paragraphs. Body paragraphs includes topic statement, supporting sentence, concluding sentence, can be more than 3-4 paragraphs, and that is finally followed by a concluding paragraph, which includes concluding sentence and final thoughts. Thank you. Thank you for the patient listening.